Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, before I start, maybe there was a guy called Jesus, or a guy claiming to be Jesus or whatever. However, I do not believe that Jesus was God in the flesh. Don't believe that he was the Son of God. Don't believe that he was a prophet of God. And neither should you. And with that said, it is time for 20 reasons why Jesus Christ is not real. Number one, no evidence. No evidence at all that he existed. No evidence that he did miracles and healed the sick. No evidence that he resurrected from the dead. Oh, we can't find his body that proves he resurrected. Bullshit. Didn't find a body. Maybe he didn't exist at all, which is why you can't find the body. All the evidence that people bring up there, they all end up being proven wrong, or science are going to do experiments, it's all fake, shit like this. No evidence that Jesus Christ even existed. Number two, the Gospels were written like 40 years after his death, according to most top-of-the-line Bible scholars all around the world. They all agree it was written at least in the year 70 AD, like 40 years almost after his death. And that was Mark. The other Gospels were written much later, so something happened, or apparently people claim that something happened. It was word of mouth for like 40 years, translated into different languages, shit like this. It was written down and copied and changed, and they took shit out, added shit in. Okay, these Gospels were not written by eyewitnesses, and they're not a reliable source, you know. The Gospels are pretty much worthless when it comes to believing for a fact that Jesus existed. You can think, hey, this sounds nice, maybe something happened, but the Gospels are obviously fake, lots of fake shit written 40 years after his death by people who never even saw Jesus. So why should I believe these things? Why should I believe the Gospels, or that Jesus was divine, blah, blah, blah? Especially when they're obviously fake there. Number three, Jesus encouraged slavery. Oh, slavery is just in the Old Testament, though. In the New Testament, Jesus strongly encourages slavery. And if he was God in the flesh, or the Son of God, if he was a moral being and very intelligent, he would not encourage slavery. Number four, he said we must follow the laws of Moses. It's written we can't change anything from the laws of Moses. Laws which include marrying your rapist, killing your own son if they drink, shit like this. So if you don't agree with the laws of Moses, you shouldn't agree with Jesus, because he supports that shit 100%. He supports having to marry your rapist and things like this. And if he was real and intelligent and a God, he would not encourage laws like that. Number five, he said we can drink poison and survive if we believe in him. You know, very, very, very bad advice. Lots of people tried this. They ended up dying because of stupid books written, you know, almost 2,000 years ago. So, very sad. This is obviously fake. Again, if he was legit, wouldn't tell people to drink poison. Number 6, he was ripped off of other religions. Look this shit up. Okay, Jesus straight up is a rip-off of other gods before him. Okay, why shouldn't we just believe the originals? You know, people are gonna say it's the devil. The devil went back in time and wrote stories about similar gods there, and just to make Jesus look fake. How fucking retarded. That is super retarded. If Jesus is ripped off of a bunch of fake gods, obviously he is fake. Okay, the devil didn't go down back in time to write fucking fake stories. Jesus is fake. You know, we might as well worship sun gods in Egypt and shit like this, because that's where he was ripped off from, and other religions. Obvious that it ain't real if it's just a bunch of rip-offs from other religions. Number 7, he never came back. He was supposed to come back for the rapture. When you read the Bible, it clearly states, he's talking to people at the time. He says, you know, you people, some of you will not taste death before I come back. Meaning that he would come back when some of the people he was talking to were still alive. So he was supposed to return like, you know, almost 2,000 years ago. Hasn't come back. People, you know, there's a solar eclipse that proves Jesus is coming back. Oh yeah, anytime now. Oh, gays are getting married. There's a war somewhere. It's the end times, people. Pack your bags and go live in the mountains. Because Jesus is returning. Bullshit. He was supposed to return a long ass time ago. And this is fucking embarrassing. People every year, oh, it's the end of the world. Jesus is returning. Get a fucking life and get a grip. It's obvious that it's fake. He was supposed to return a long ass time ago. Never came back. Just fucking move on and enjoy reality. Live in reality instead of waiting for a fake God to come save you and tuck you in when you go to sleep there. Fucking man up, people. Man up. Live in reality. Number 8, he said we can speak in other languages if we believe in him. Bullshit. That is an obvious lie. He is a liar. Try to speak in a different language. Pray as hard as you can. Try to pray in a different language that you don't know. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. It's a lie. It is fake. Number 9, he said if your hand causes you to sin, chop it off. If your hand causes you to steal or whatever, chop it off. It's better to enter into heaven with one hand than to be a sinner. And because he said this, people in other countries fucking chop people's hands off when they steal. You can be a kid, a teenager or something, you steal a chocolate bar, you get your fucking hand chopped off. Not good advice to give to savages in the desert that are hungry to fucking, they just want to stab people and stone people to death. Let's go chop the hands off of teenagers that stole a pound of rice or whatever. You know, very bad advice. If this was all planned, then Jesus would have known in advance that people would use that to fucking chop people's hands and shit like this. A very, very dumb thing that he said there. And if he was a god, wouldn't tell people to chop off their hands and their feet and rip out their eyeballs and shit like this. He wouldn't say dumb things like this. Number 10, he was born of a virgin. Get fucking real, people. Okay, you need to fuck some bitches to get them pregnant. It doesn't happen in the air. Okay, I got people coming at me. Oh, it was an alien. Alien, artificial insemination. Ancient aliens called. They want their crackpot theories back. Okay, it's not a book about aliens. It's about how Jesus was apparently born with no sex involved. And that is fake. Obvious bullshit. Obvious fake. It can't be done. It's unscientific. Number 11. The stories are fucking full of contradictions. Super fucking full of contradictions. If stories don't match up, it's full of superstitious garbage and jam-packed with contradictions. Big chance that it's fake. You know, common sense would dictate that that is fake there. Number 12, he claims that he cured blindness, deaf people, and mutes by removing evil spirits from their bodies. And you do not cure people by removing evil spirits. This is a lie. This is an obvious fucking lie. Jesus was not curing people by removing spirits. This is fake. You know how it works to cure people. It ain't with spirits. We're not doctors, but you can figure it out there. That this evil spirit removal crap is nonsense, and that is not how people get healed. It's obvious that this is fake and stupid. Number 13, Jesus says you must love him more than your own family. Okay, so your baby that you just gave birth to there, make sure you don't love him too much there, because you gotta love an invisible man instead, who apparently lived 2,000 years ago and you have zero evidence that he existed. Make sure you love this imaginary guy more than your own child. How fucking stupid is that? If Jesus was real, okay, and he was godly and smart, he would not be greedy like that. He wouldn't be super greedy to the point of telling people to love him more than their own family. That is sick, and it is very greedy, to say the least. A real loving God wouldn't be like this. Love me more than your own parents. Love me more than your babies. That's fucking dumb, sick, and fake. 14, he said we can handle poisonous snakes if we believe in him. More great advice. You hear stories of people dying. I heard this not too long ago. A snake handler in the church, because of this stupid garbage that Jesus said, apparently said. The snake fucking bit him, the guy dies. Why? Because he's following stupid fake crap from the Bible. Okay? People shouldn't listen to this garbage. Number 15, he says, get rid of all your possessions and just follow him. Which is sickening again. Again, very greedy. You're not allowed to have a house and a TV, clothes, shit like this. You shouldn't have a fucking house to take care of your kids, to make sure that they can live properly indoors. And, you know, you gotta have a fridge with food, shit like this for your children. You gotta take care of your family. But according to Jesus, fuck your family. Fuck having a roof over your children's heads. You gotta walk outside all day like a dumbass, just living for Jesus, telling people about Jesus. Because those possessions, boy, they're gonna take you to hell. You're gonna burn to death. You're gonna suffer for all eternity If you have a computer and a TV set, fuck you. Fuck you. People couldn't live like this. You couldn't have people just walking around randomly, living just for Jesus. The society would come to an end. It would be chaos. People couldn't live like a bunch of homeless people. That makes no sense. Number 16, Jesus kept making threats of hell. He pretty much came up with the concept. Love me or else you're going to burn in hell. Believe what I say or else you're going to burn in hell. And I find that very petty. Oh, you don't believe me? Well, you're going to burn. You're going to burn in hell. I find that very, very petty. A God wouldn't be that petty. It's also blackmail. Oh, you want to do what I say? I'll give you this. I'll give you heaven or whatever. But if you don't do what I say, you're going to fucking burn and get tortured. That is straight up blackmail. If Jesus truly loved us, if he was a moral being, he wouldn't feel the need to fucking blackmail people. You know, straight up there. Number 17 talks about, you know, drink this wine, drink or eat the bread. This represents drinking my blood and eating my flesh. This is, you know, symbolism of cannibalism. Why would Jesus be interested in cannibalism? Why would we want to drink his blood and eat his flesh? You can see that this is weirdo, superstitious garbage from fucking medieval times or whatever. A real God wouldn't say this. Drink my blood, eat my flesh. You know, it wouldn't be like this. This is dumb. It's weird cannibalism bullshit. And it makes zero sense for him to want us to drink his blood. Number 18, he says, I'm paraphrasing there, he wants people to murder his enemies who don't want him to be king. It's something like, you know, those enemies of mine who don't want me to be king over them there, bring them to me and murder them in front of me. So Jesus was another killer, another guy that was giving orders to kill people who didn't believe him or worship him as a king. So if people say, oh, the Old Testament is violent, but Jesus was friendly, no. Jesus, he said, I don't bring peace, I bring the sword. And he said shit like this, that he wants his non-believers or non-worshippers to be fucking murdered. You disagree with him, not only will you go to hell, but you should be murdered right here on this planet. And the God wouldn't be like this. Oh, you don't believe a book from 2,000 years ago with no evidence? You're gonna get murdered. You're gonna get killed. You know, that wouldn't be a moral God that's using his brains there. That would be a psycho killer that would want this shit. Number 19. He came up with bad commandments. Hate. If you hate someone, it's the same as murder in your mind. You know, that makes no fucking sense. If somebody kills your father, for example, you're gonna hate the guy. If somebody rapes your children, you're gonna hate them. It's just the way it is. But according to Jesus, if you hate someone that rapes your mother or something, you're a murderer. No, you're a dumbass. Anybody who believes this is a dumbass. This is weirdo mind control, trying to control your thoughts. Shit like this there. And in the real world, if somebody rapes your children, you don't just sit there, I forgive you. Oh, Jesus wants me to forgive you. Doesn't work like that. Okay? Jesus says if you fantasize about another woman or something, just fantasizing, It's the same as cheating. No, it's not. You're not actually cheating on anybody. It's, one guy fantasizing about Angelina Jolie, for example, that shouldn't hurt Jesus, and it doesn't hurt anybody else. Jesus is trying to control your thoughts, and I think that he needs to fuck off and mind his own business. That's what I think. Number 20, the story just doesn't make sense. It makes zero sense. Okay, Adam and Eve eat an apple because the talking snake told them to. Because of this, God turns on everybody. And the only way for you to be saved is for God to send his own son to be killed. How the fuck does this make sense? It does not. God could have changed it. Oh, okay, I'm just going to forgive you guys. I'll let you guys go to heaven if you're good or something. Murdering his own son solves absolutely nothing. This does not, fix anything. It shows that sacrificing other humans is good. That's what it shows there. Oh, it's noble. Oh, you killed your own son, God. Oh, that's a good thing. Yeah, that's good. Kill your own son. That doesn't make sense. Makes no sense. Why the fuck would you go to heaven? Why would you go to a magic land? Because somebody else died. How the fuck does this make sense? You do bad shit. Somebody else dies on the cross, and somehow it means that you get to go to fucking magic land in the sky. You get to go to Disney World because somebody else killed themselves or something. How the fuck does this make any damn sense? Fuck working hard. Fuck having to work hard to get what you want. All you gotta do is believe in Jesus. You just gotta believe in Jesus, and you're gonna get to go to Disney World in the sky. You think this makes any sense? This goes against common sense to the fucking maximum. I believe in something that's obviously fake. I'm gonna get to fly in heaven with Jesus. Give me a fucking break, people. The whole Jesus story makes no goddamn sense, and you know it. I'm born of a virgin. Believe what I say, and you win a prize. But if you don't believe, I'm gonna fucking torture you to death there. You're gonna get poked by a red guy that has horns. Get a fucking grip, people. This is obviously fake. The Bible is completely fake. And Jesus is super fucking fake. Until next time, peace.